Hi you guys, I'm so excited. Today I'm going to show you how to make these phone case holders. Really easy to make. I have one over here with my daughter's phone. She was so kind to lend me her phone so I can show you what it looks like. Let me show you right here. So this is her phone and the stand has a hole in here so you can put your charger. And this one I just finished right now. It's still oily because I just put some tung oil on it. But super cool, super easy to make, and you can put your phone in there and charge it. And these guys are going to be available on my website, www.skylarewing.store for $19 solid walnut wood. Super cute, super useful. Let's see how we make this. Now to start the project, I'll be working with 1/2-inch walnut, and that is because I'm going to work with 1/2-inch router bit. So I want the piece of material to be exactly the thickness of the diameter of the router bit. So that's what I have. I have a piece of walnut here. This is 1/2-inch thick and it's 8 by 24. I buy this guys on Amazon. I find a good source for it. So this is what I will be using. First thing I need to do is to go cut a strip on the table saw, and my strip is going to be, let's see, 3.5 inch. So I'll be cutting the whole length, but 3.5 inches. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'll see you right after. All right, here is my strip of walnut, and now I need 2 pieces of wood. One of them has to be, let's see, I made some notes. One of them is going to be 7.5 inches long, and one is going to be 4 inches long. So I'm going to measure and cut 2 pieces, 7.5 and 4 inches. All right, that was easy, right? We have 2 pieces, 7.5 by 3.5, 4 inches by 3.5. So now that we have the pieces, the rest of the work, it's all done on the router table. Now, if you do not have a router table, you can do this on the table saw, and I'll tell you how in a second. And then also you can do this with a jigsaw and a Forstner bit, and there's all kinds of other methods, but this is the way I will be doing it. So I'm gonna bring you in at my router table and I'll show you what I set up in here. All right, here is my setup. I have a 1/2-inch router bit. This router bit is not very sharp and it's not the best. It shreds the wood a little bit, so I'm not very happy with it. But that's what I have, so that's what I'll be using. I do have other bits, but they're for undersized plywood, so they're not exactly 1/2 inch. Then I set the fence, let's see, away from the bit around an inch, just about an inch. And then I set this stop block over here to be, let's see, 1 3/4 away from the bit. Well, it's less than 1 3/4 from where the bit starts, really. So what I'm going to do now with this router bit, I will start with it very low. I don't want to bite that much into my wood because, you know, I don't want to have any problems. So I'm going to start with it lower, and then I'm going to make a pass on both pieces. Then I'm going to raise it and make another pass, and so on. And what I'm looking to do is, that's why I put this stop block here, I'm looking to push this piece through it and create a half flap joint basically, so I can interlock these 2 pieces so you can make the stand. So like I said, you can do this on the table saw with dado stack and just make a half flap joint. You can do this with a Forstner bit, use a 1/2 inch Forstner bit, make 1 hole and then just make straight lines, cut it on the bend saw or with a jigsaw and so on. But this is the way I will be doing it. So I'm gonna push these 2 pieces through it to the stop. I'm gonna turn off the router, wait until it comes to a complete stop, take the piece away, do the next one. And this one, it's 1 3/4 away from the bit, because remember my pieces are 3.5, so that will be half the distance, and it should give me a perfect half lap. At least that's the idea. We'll see if I was wrong. So I'm going to start making those cuts, and then we'll see what we get. I'm going to move you a little bit away just so I have room in here and be safe. I'm going to turn on the dust collector and we'll start making the groove. All right, so here is our two pieces. This is what we have so far, and hopefully when we put them together, we will get a nice half lap joint. Now, I don't want to interlock them yet. I want to sand them first. So we're going to sand them, and then we have to make the hole for the cable, so when you charge your phone, it can still be on the stand. So right now, I'm just gonna go sand these pieces and round over just a little bit the edges. I'll just do it by hand with a sanding block. So let's go do that, and then we'll put the hole on it, we'll assemble it, and we'll put a finish on it, and then we'll see what it looks like. All right, so I sanded the pieces, and the way the stand will go, these guys will interlock like this. So I'm not gonna push it all the way here, but on the middle here, I wanna make a hole just so the charger can go through, so you can charge your phone while it's sitting on the stand. So I'm gonna go and put a 3/8 inch hole here. I'll use a Forstner bit, and I'll do this on the drill press. So I'll be right back after I do that. So here is the hole for the charging port. I'm just gonna give it a little sanding right there, just so it's not too sharp. So to do that, I will just roll some of these tiny sandpapers, just roll it into a tube, and then use that to sand on the inside. My tube is too big, I gotta make it smaller. I was supposed to go to my local Rockler store today to take a class. I was very excited about it, but we got like tons of snow. We were expecting 19 inches and I didn't go, and I'm kind of regretting it, so I'm home kind of moping that I didn't go to my class. I should have went because we did not get the snow that they predicted. We got a decent amount, but not 19 inches. Let's go assemble it and put some finish on it. Let's see how this goes. So I think it's just gonna go just like this. I'm gonna overlap these pieces, and this is the moment of truth if my half lap joint was good or not. Very tight in there. And we're almost there. I think it's gonna go. I could have sanded it a little bit more, but ta-da, we got it perfect. It is really, really good. And so the stand is going to stay like that. Let me take this away so you can see. And then you have your phone in here. I can't show you right now because my phone is in the tripod right now. I'm taking video with it. But we'll put a finish on this, and then I will go grab my daughter's phone and show you exactly how it sits with the cord and everything. So let's put a finish on it right now. For the finish, I'll keep it very simple, and I'm just going to put pure tung oil. Well, it's not really pure, it's mixed half tung oil, pure tung oil, half a mineral spirits. When you use pure tung oil, you should thin it. It will penetrate the wood so much better, and this is what I'm going to use. Should bring the grain out. Even though this is not the most amazing piece of walnut, it should still make it look really nice. I'm gonna go get a brush just so I can get here inside the hole, but let me put the oil everywhere else. It looks really nice. All right, I'm gonna let this soak while I go steal a phone, and then I'll be back. All right, so here is the stand that I made for my daughter earlier because I don't want to put her phone on the oily stand. So I'm gonna use this one to demonstrate. The cord goes through this hole, and it will just rest on the stand just like that. So this is the way it's looking. Now here's my question for you guys. Should I make another hole on the bottom and then another one over here so you can pull the cable through here to the back so you don't have a cable going to the side? Because right now you'll have to keep it like this. So I don't know, but I think the stand is super, super cute. I'll take a couple of close-up pictures and post them, but I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I mean, I just kind of winged it, and it's really easy to make.